everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching me. My name is Lillian. What is your name and where are you watching me from? As I had promised earlier, I'm back with another video. I don't know why I am compelled to do these videos. Maybe there's someone somewhere in need of this information. I don't know, but as I'm writing, I'm getting new knowledge, and I feel it is good to share. Naturally, I am a teacher, and the work of a teacher is to pass knowledge to students, and we can pass knowledge in so many different ways. And maybe this is one of the way that I should pass information to you. You may know what I'll talk about, but for somebody who maybe has no that chance to have the information, or I may bring it in a better way and you may understand it better, well and good. So as I always say, my videos are informative. They inform us on things about ourselves, on things about human. So today I want to talk about something that is really affecting us. I don't know if it is because of the current state of the nation, or I don't know. I think people are under so much pressure. We are under so much pressure, and it is leading us to mental stress and mental disorder. So today I will talk about stress and depression, and I'll give us signs that you should look out on people around you and also on yourself, because when you're stressed, most of the time you don't know unless somebody observes you. And most of the times when you're told you are stressed or you're depressed, the first thing that we do is to deny. So that state of denial is also a part of what I might talk about. And I have 3 videos that are related, because stress and depression is affecting even our young people, our children at a very young age. And as parents, we may assume that children don't go through stress. They do, for various reasons. And so when you watch this video, it is good to observe the behavior of your children, the behavior of the teenage around you, behavior of the youth around you, and also people of your peer, your colleagues, your friends, yourself. Don't focus so much on others and forget yourself, because most of us are undergoing stress and depression because of giving so much out there and forgetting about ourselves. So it starts with us. If you have realized, most of my videos, I'm talking about self, because out of self you are able even to become productive out there, at the place of work, in the community, in your family. So it starts with yourself. All right, so let me talk about stress and depression and how to identify a person who is going through stress. After this video, I will post another one on drug abuse and misuse, because these are 2 things that really could challenge us. You may mistake someone who is depressed for drug abuse. You may mistake someone who is a drug abuser for stress and depression. And I want us to distinguish the two, so that even when you're addressing somebody, you may not misjudge the person. Remember, when someone is under stress and depression and you misjudge them for drugs, they might even get deeper to depression. So in the next 2 videos, I shall address signs and symptoms of a person who is abusing drugs, and the other one, how to distinguish between a depressed person and a drug abuser. Why? The signs are almost the same, they are similar. Yes, so stay tuned, watch this and watch the other videos that I will send over time. So which are these signs? Because stress is real, depression is real. You might have somebody around you right now who is undergoing depression, and it stresses you on how to handle the person. I would always advise you to seek medical advice because this is a mental health issue. But before then, you can try the following as you work hand in hand with medical practitioners. One, the people who are suffering from stress and depression, you may notice change in behavior. That is the very first sign that you can tell someone is sinking into depression. Change in behavior. These people can change in the way they relate with others. They withdraw from social activities. They withdraw from friends. They withdraw from, from their peers. They want to be alone. They want to be alone. So that change, drastic change in behavior, may be a sign that this person is undergoing stress that leads to depression. If not addressed, if stress is not addressed, it moves to depression. So make sure the people around you, you're careful to notice any change in behavior. That is, in relationship, the way people relate with others. There could be even change in behavior in academic performance if it is a student. A drastic drop in performance. This person was performing well, now he or she is not performing well, could also be another sign in change in behavior. Sleeping patterns. These people tend to either sleep less or sleep more. Okay? Sleep less or sleep more because of what is happening in their mind, in their emotions, also their eating habits. You'll find that maybe somebody was eating well, but all of a sudden, dislike in meals, he doesn't come to the table, she doesn't come to the table to share the meal with others. Every time you ask them to eat, they are like, I'm okay, I don't want food. So these changes in behavior could be a sign of stress and depression. I've said stress and unattended stress leads to depression. Another thing that you can notice is mood swings. A person who is outgoing, a person who laughs, a person who loves making jokes would start changing in the way, in their moods. They are irritable, they are persistent, in some way. All of a sudden, there is sadness and lack of interest in things they enjoyed doing. So most of the time they are sad, not angry. And when I come to drug abuser, you'll notice the change. In stress and depression, this person tends to be sad, always sad, and always talking about maybe negative things about himself or herself. So at that point, as a person, if you notice such a thing in your friend, in your child, in your peers, in your colleague, then initiate open conversation about how they feel. Do not push them to talk, because most of the people, when you push them, they withdraw completely. So just use your own tricks to initiate an open conversation with them. You will help them. They might open up and tell you what they are going through, and you become of help. Another sign you can tell is physical symptoms. Physical symptoms like frequent headache, frequent fatigue, not sure of where. This person could complain of fatigue every time he's tired or she's tired, and she cannot tell what is happening. There will be frequent headache, you know. Such things are also signs of stress and depression. And if such a person comes your way, take those symptoms seriously. If person tells you today, tomorrow, the other week, I've been having a headache that I'm not understanding where it's coming from, or of late I've been feeling tired always, take it seriously and try to help where you can. That is physical symptoms. The other thing is isolation. Isolation, withdrawal. These people tend to withdraw from friends. They tend to withdraw from workmates. They tend to withdraw from the society. They just want to lock themselves in rooms. So if you realize such a thing in your child, such a thing in your friend, that every time you get to the house, this person is locking himself or herself in the room, there is call for alarm. Check on them and try to create opportunities for quality time together. As I've started my videos, I've been talking about us parents creating time for our children. You only realize this if you always create time for your people. If you don't have time for them, then you might, these signs and symptoms might skip, your mind might skip your notice. But if you have been having quality time with your people, you've been having quality time with your children, you'll clearly notice when there is isolation. That when you call that child to come have time with you, he or she does not want. She just wants to lock herself somewhere alone. So let us, in such cases, let us create opportunities for quality time. Create time. Maybe this person just needs your time and he or she will pick up. The other point that I would like to address is negative talk. I believe this has recurred in the previous videos. Negative talk. People who are stressed and depressed, they'll feel low. There is this what we call self-criticism talk. They'll always speak negative of themselves, and they'll express hopelessness in their future. Every time this person talks of hopelessness in their future. There is no hope. So that's another sign you should look out for in a person, and you'll be able to tell that there is a problem. And the last thing that I would like to address, there are so many signs, but I've just decided to address these 5. If you have others, you can add them on the video. If you have handled somebody who has undergone stress and depression, and maybe I have not mentioned something that was in that person. Remember, depression strikes differently in every individual. So depending with the person you have addressed, or you have helped, or you have walked the journey with, or yourself, you are under depression and you manifested these symptoms and others, feel free. My videos are interactive videos. You can come and help someone. So the last one that I would like to talk about is technology overuse. Some of them will try to relieve their stress through technology. So a person who was not so much into the internet, you realize that like 99% of his or her time, he's spending it in the internet. Why? Or online. Why? Because they are seeking solace in the net. So if you realize such a thing, encourage offline activities. Call that person, go for a walk. Call that person, have activities that are not involving online. If it is Wi-Fi in the house, switch it off for some days. Let those people be busy outside, offline. So with that, I believe that we shall be able to address the issue of stress and depression. And I have said this is something that is affecting every person of every age. Any person in every age. We might think children don't go through stress. They do. and especially from class, we call them grade these days, yeah, from uko grade maybe 4 5, yes, as early as that. So parents, be keen with your children. They have come home for holidays. Check for such things in their lives and be very fast to address them, because when stress is not addressed, it moves to depression, and depression would lead to even physical sicknesses. There are diseases that are caused by stress. So because we don't want ourselves to get to that point, or those that are around us to get to that point, just be on the watch out. Be your brother's keepers. Be your brother's keeper, not keepers. Be your brother's keeper, be your sister's keeper. And let us be mindful of others. Let us not buy the westernization culture where you don't care about those who are around you. A simple hi to a neighbor won't hurt. Just know how they are doing. Hi, how have you been? That is enough. You can be able to even detect something that is happening and it is not okay. So, and finally, seek medical advice. Specialist with stress and depression. If you realize that you have gone, a person around you has gone to a point of depression, do not treat them at home. Just involve a medical doctor and they'll be assisted. It's curable and people can bounce back to their normal lifestyle if it is addressed well. So thank you very much. Comment on maybe issues you'd like me to address. I told you now I'm so much into writing, and through writing I'm getting new insights every day, and I believe this information will help someone. So bye bye, and thank you for watching this video. Continue watching the videos in Facebook, the videos on YouTube, and sharing with people. Thank you for those that I have seen they are sharing in their wall. I appreciate. This information is for free, so share it widely. Let us learn together. So bye until the next video on drug abuse.